Hey guys, and welcome back to another one of my YouTube videos. So, over the summer, I've done a lot of book shopping. I've done a lot of damage, honestly. And I thought because summer is ending, well, in my mind, it's already fall. In my mind, I'm in fall. But because summer is ending, I thought I would do I just got my hair done today, so it's all over my face. But I thought I would do a end of summer book haul and just show you all the books I've accumulated this summer. If you follow me on TikTok, I've done a bunch of hauls with these books in it besides one pile of books, so some are probably recognizable, but yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna start with the first pile of books. These this actually I got in May around my birthday, like the end of May, I think. This Barnes and Nobles near me was closing down, so they were doing like a big book sale. So I thought I need to be there. So I got a bunch of books, and honestly, it was good pricing because I forget what the sale was, but I think it was like 60% off. It was insane. So I got some books. But first up, my cousin bought me Fake Skating by Lynn Painter. Look how cute. I also heard this is becoming a TV show or movie. I don't really know, so I need to read this. But yeah, also I think you can take this sticker off, but it's a little damaged, but that's okay. What are you gonna do with it? And then I got The God of the Woods by Liz Moore because I have been wanting to read this book for ages. I don't remember when it came out, but I think since it actually, yeah, 2024. So actually since it came out, I've seen this book everywhere. It is a thick book, and either people hate it or people absolutely love it. So I need to read it and I need to experience it. So then I finally got my hands on Try Six Venom by Penelope Douglas. I don't really know how to say it because I said it in my book haul that I did, and then my friend was like, that's not how you say it. So then I was like, sorry, Alex, I don't know how to say it. But yeah, I have been wanting to read this book for ages, and I just never got around to buying it until I saw it, and I was like, you know what, I need it. I also don't really love this cover. I like the old cover more, but that's okay. Then I got The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. I actually remember when Sarah Caroli did a reading vlog, and she read this book in it, and it just made me want to read this book even more. So I am super excited to read it. And look how cool like the edges are, like, and the cover is just stunning. But yeah, then I finally got Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Listen, this book costs so much. Like it's like an expensive book because of how thick it is. So I haven't really bought it because also I've heard like mixed reviews on it, and I was like, you know what, it's a sale, I'm just gonna get it. So I finally bit the bullet and I got it. Who knows when I will get around to reading it, but I will. And I know the second one's out too, right? I think, I don't know. But then we have, this is from June. I did get Tempting Venom by Rena Kent because Rena Kent is my favorite author, as you know. Have I read this? Not yet, because one thing about Marcus and Preston is they are my everything, and thinking about by the time I finish this book, I won't get to read about them. So I've just been putting it off, but I need to do it. I need to read it. It's also a Barnes and Nobles exclusive edition, which means, wait. Right. Look at my babies. I need to finally read it. Okay, but I'm just nervous. Okay. And then this book actually got really popular. Hello, Ashton Irwin. I just got a notification that he posted a story. Anyways, this book has gotten so popular on TikTok. So I finally got my hands on it. Close to You by Nisa Renzo, I think that's how you say it. The cover is like so cute, and like the back. I know a lot of people don't like this book because they're like adoptive siblings, but with the books I read, I mean, they're not blood related, so that sounds so bad, but like I just like, it doesn't really bother me. Like they're not, as long as they're not blood related, I don't really care. So yeah, I need to actually read this book too. But Have I read any of these books? No, but I will eventually. And then I have not heard anything about this. I just saw it and I was like, that sounds good. It's Blood and Betrayals by Jeanette Rose and Alex Roon, and it's like an Avalon University book 1. Look how thick it is. But this fall and like winter, I really want to get into more dark academia books, and I'm pretty sure this is a dark academia book. So I decided to get my hands on it. Like how big it is. Oh my god. It's literally the size of my face. But yeah, so I thought, you know what? And it's like floppy, and it sounded interesting. So, oh yeah, it's a dark academia romantasy series. Perfect for fans of Zodiac Academy, Noctitadia, I think that's how you say it, and the Atlas 6. I've only read one of those, and it was the first book in the Zodiac Academy. So I feel like I would like it. And then I don't have this book on me right now because I let my cousin borrow it to read it. It is Never Lie by Frida McFadden. Oh my god, guys, that book is so good. I read it on my Kindle, and then I actually was like, no, like I'm obsessed with this book. I need to have a physical copy. So I did buy it. And that and Tempting Venom was a whole reason I actually went to the bookstore, because I was like, no, like I need it. So I did buy it. And then we have another little, yeah, okay. So then I went to the Strand. I've been to the Strand so many times this summer in New York. And I got The Blonde Identity by Allie Carter because it was only $10. And this has been on my TBR since Haley Pham read it. Like, years ago, probably. I think like years ago now. But it's always been on my mental TBR, and I think it's on my GoodReads TBR too. But I was like, you know what, I saw it, $10. I was like, you know what, it's time to get it so I can read it. And then I have an OG Steph Borer throwback, and that's In a Jam by Kate Canterbury. So I don't remember what this was, but it was $10 too. And it just really reminds me of OG Steph Borer. So I was like, I kind of need it, and I kind of want to read it. So yeah. And then I got The Favorites by Lane Fargo because Sarah Caroli loves this book, and so I want to read it. And it sounds like really good too. And I do love ice skating, and I love like ice skating like romances. So I was like, you know what, I need to get my hands on this. So then I visited my friend because this was back in May, and our birthdays are both in May, so we decided to like do a little like hangout, and we did some book shopping. So her town was doing this like book sale kind of thing, so I got 2 books from there. So this is a Christmas book. Literally everywhere I turned there were nothing but Christmas books. So I was like, you know what, it was $6, I'm just gonna get it. So I got Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake. 2 exes find themselves stuck at the same house for Christmas in this holiday romance. So it's an lovers to exes to lovers, and you know what, it just sounds good. And I just was like, I'm seeing Christmas books so much, I just need to pick up one. And then I got, from that same place, I got Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma, because I remember when this book first came out, and it has been on my TBR since, which was, oh my gosh, I don't even think I want to know when this book came out, because that's how long it's literally been. 2022. Oh my god, also speaking of, I felt so accomplished when I read Never Lie, because that has been on my GoodReads like TBR since 2023, and having that finally checked off, no, I think like sooner, wait, I think like even earlier, like 2022 maybe, I don't remember, but having that checked off, I felt so accomplished. And I was like, maybe I'll make a video, like a reading vlog, where I like read books that have been on my GoodReads TBR for so long. And then I started this other, sorry, I'm getting on a tangent, but then I started this other series, and I had no idea, because I looked at, I think it was like the 2nd book in the series, and I went to go click on like the GoodReads series. I had the first book in that series on my GoodReads TBR list for like a year, and like finally reading that and like checking it off, it felt so nice. So I was like, I need to do that more. But then for our birthdays, me and my friend, we decided to annotate a book for each other. So I annotated her my favorite book. Do we have any guesses? I'll give you 2 words. Jeremy Volkov. I was like, you need to meet Jeremy Volkov, and you need to experience Jeremy Volkov, because holy shit, like, I think everybody needs to experience Jeremy Volkov. Like, that is my number one book boyfriend. That's my number one man. I would be scared of him in real life, but like, that doesn't matter. But anyway, she annotated Electric Idol by Katie Robert for me, and I haven't read this yet. I think this is either this, this is the second in the series. I actually think I have, so I actually already have this book, but like, I'm gonna get rid of the one that I have and just keep this one, because like, it has her annotations, and I just always think that's such like a cute like present, and because we both like love to read and stuff, it was just perfect for us. And then she also made me a shirt that says Rena Kent something, I forget what it says, but it's like in my closet, and it's one of my most prized possessions, because we all know I love Rena Kent. But yeah, so we also know that I read series out of order, so I don't know if I'm just gonna read this or actually read it in a series. I don't know, but yeah. And then I got Game Changer by Rachel Reed, because we did rewatch Heated Rivalry, and happy Heated Rivalry filming for season 2. And I love Scott and Kip. Also, I saw on Instagram that Scott and Kip are having their own like little like separate show. Give me it right now. I love Scott and Kip so much. So I was like, also guys, he's blonde. Was anybody gonna tell me? But yeah, so I was like, I need to read their book. Have I read A Heated Rivalry? No, but I did get the first book, so I will be reading Heated Rivalry. I will be reading this series because I need to. Will I read it before season 2 comes out? Maybe. But then I got Just for the Summer by Megan Quinn, because like, look how pretty this is. And this is also a fake dating romance. Yes. When I first started getting back into reading, I used to read Megan Quinn like so many times. Like, I think I've read like a couple of her books now, but they're so long. Look at this. Like, actually, like, this is just a romance, and like, this has more than romance, but like, these should not be close to the same size. So I keep getting notifications that 5 Seconds of Summer are posting. The way I'm like, but yeah, so I was like, I haven't picked up her books in like so long, so I was like, you know what, I need to read it. And then me and my friend did this thing where we went to a bunch of bookstores in one day, and we went to all different bookstores near us, and I did get some books because obviously I did. She got like 2 or 3. But yeah, I got Do Not Disturb by Frida McFadden, because I actually love, like, I read I forget, Ward D by her, and that was my first ever Frida McFadden book, and I didn't really like it, so I kind of just like it was all right. It wasn't the best, so I was like, I kind of put her off to the backbone. And then Never Lie, just like, it was like, wow. So I was like, I need to read more by her, so I got this book. And yeah, and I started The Inmate. I'm on page 1. So I need to continue reading that, but I was like, you know what, this sounded good, so yeah. Then I got The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, because I feel like I need to read this book. I feel like so many people should read this book, because it's just like that type of book. And I was like, you know what, I'm actually gonna read this book. I'm a little nervous to read it, honestly. Like, I'm scared I'm not gonna understand it, because I feel like with me, like, I need stuff pointed out to me, especially when I'm reading. Like, when I'm reading books and like, you have to read in between the lines, I'm just not gonna get it. And I feel like, I don't know, I'm just scared. Then I also bought The Wedding People by Alison Espach, because I have heard so many good things about this book, and I was like, you know what, I need to read this book. Also, I was in like a very like blue theme for this shopping trip, and it was funny because I also was wearing blue. But yeah, so I got that. Then I got My Friends by Frederick Bachman, because I watched Sarah Crowley's vlog where she read this book and she like loved it so much, and like the premise sounded really good, and I really want to get into Frederick Bachman. Do I own Beartown? I don't know if I own Beartown, but I do want to read Beartown, and I want to read this one too. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it. Then I got The Compound by Alison Aisling Rawl. Why did I read that Allison? I don't know. Sarah Crowley hated this book, but I was like, you know what? I want to read it. It's short and it sounded like a good premise. I do trust her judgment. So sometimes I I just wanted to know like why she hated it so much. Like I wanted to read it and see for myself. So I did get this, and I kind of like I don't know what kind of like feeling that is, but like I like the like texture, but I like the texture. I don't know. And then I got a blind date with a book because I feel like if there's a blind date with a book, I'm always getting it. And Across the Vanishing Sky by Catherine Cowles came in the blind date. I was so scared that I had whatever was in the blind date because it was like a small town romance, and the last time I got a blind date with a book I had it, so I was a little scared. But and I also wanted to read Catherine Cowles because Steph Borer like had read that one series by her, and I put that on my GoodReads want to read. So I was like, you know what, this sounds like really good. So he spent a lifetime trying to escape his dark past, but to save her he'll wade back into the shadows. I don't know what that means, but I want to find out. And I think this is also a series too. Yeah, book 1. So yeah. Then my most recent book haul. So my friend came over to my house and we spent the weekend going to so many bookstores. So many bookstores. I actually got a book at every bookstore. I know. And also we went to the Strand and we did get my tote bag's in my car. I left it in my car, but we did get the tote bag that says, if he doesn't own a book, don't go home with him and fuck him, or whatever it says. I forget what it says, but like I know Steph Borer has it because I remember seeing it, and I remember her posting a Instagram with it, and I was like, oh my god, I need that tote bag. And I finally got my hands on the tote bag. But I digress. I got How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates by Shaylee Thompson because honestly this sounded so good and the cover's like so cute. I haven't heard anybody talk about this book, but I just really liked the title. I just thought the title was cool, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it. So I got that, and then I got Girl Dinner by Olivia Blake. Is that how? I don't know. Why can't I speak today? I can never pronounce names. But yeah, I just, again, like is this like a dark academia, or I know she writes dark academia. Well, it's like a dark comedy, and I just like, it sounded interesting, and I was like, you know what, I just want to get it. So listen, this next book, I forgot this came out, and so when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, have I DNF'd every single book in this series? Yes, but personally I love the main character about who it is about, so I was like, you know what, I'll give this series one last chance. And that is Silver Sweet by Krista and Becca Ritchie. It's about my man Tom and Phoenix. I have been waiting for them for years. Also, this cover is low-key so pretty. But I have DNF'd every book in this series. I don't know what it is. I genuinely just don't like the kids' books. So I'm scared, but I'm giving it a try because I really do love Tom. They announced the tropes for Audrey. Why the fuck is it a love triangle? Actually just ruined my day because I literally was like, love triangles love to follow me everywhere I go. Like TV shows, books, like they never leave me alone, and I absolutely despise that trope so much. And the fact that Audrey's book is a love triangle, and I've been waiting for Audrey since she was born. I've been waiting for a book about her. I don't want to talk about it, okay? I don't want to talk about it. So then me and my friend both got How to Find a Romance in a Bookshop by Poppy Alexander. We actually got this book 2 days before it released, and we were like, oh my god, we need to read it before it releases. That didn't happen, actually. That genuinely, it did not happen. So, but now I own it and I can read it. Then this is another book that I got for like $10 because from the Strand, and that is Done and Dusted by Lila Sage, because I've been wanting to read the series again since it came out, and I saw it and I was like, you know what, I love me a good cowboy, I love me a southern boy. So I was like, you know what, I need to read it, and the cover is just like so cute. Then I got Hot Wax by ML Rio because this was like 50% off, so I was like, you know what, why not? And again, I want to get more into this genre, so I was like, you know what, it's time. It's time. And then the last book I got out of this whole end of summer was also for sale at the Strand, and that is Pineapple Street by Jenny Jackson, because I do remember when this book came out, and I'm pretty sure it was either, I think Haley Pham read it or Sarah Caroli read it, and they talked about it, and the premise just sounded like interesting, and I was like, you know what, I want to try reading it. And I saw it there for cheap, and I was like, I'm gonna get it. I think they actually both read it, I don't remember, but yeah. Anyways, that my current state of my bed. My room's a mess. Please don't mind my bed back there. Let's just ignore it. But that was all the books I've accumulated over summer. This did not happen. It happened like since May to August. I need to be put on a book buying ban, like truly, because I have no room. I have no space. I need to redo my bookshelves anyways, but I am getting ahead of myself. That's a whole project for future me. Future me is gonna hate me, but I don't care because I can't stand it right now. But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this gigantic book haul. I love big book hauls, so I thought it would be fun. I don't know what half these books are about, but does that matter? No. Anyways, I love you all. I hope you have an amazing morning, afternoon, day, night, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!